and welcome to this week's serving of Mickey Waffles, a Disney podcast where we cover everything from parks, movies, and merchandise. My name is Sinead.
My name's Kate. Hi guys, how's it going?
I'm great, Kate. How are you?
I'm good. It's like we only recorded like 10 minutes ago.
What are you talking? It's been at least half an hour.
Yeah, I know.
It should have been 10 minutes ago, but here we are.
We could just get so distracted.
Exactly. Kate, we're back.
Again.
I'm so excited. We've so many things to record.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen, or if it's not been uploaded yet, one or the other, we've done a mini waffle on Tower of Terror and little crossover overlay things that have happened on Tower of Terror. Mm-hmm. So that is either up now for your listening pleasure, or will be in the future.
It will be up.
There you go. So it'll be up, and if you haven't already listened to it, I suggest you hop back and listen to it after you've listened to this. Please note that episode does contain spoilers for the new Tower of Terror overlays, but if you don't really care, or if that's what you want and you want to know what's going to happen before it happens, have a little listen.
Yeah. So we've been to DLP, we've been back, and what we decided we would do is we're going to do our trip report episode, which will be the third installment of podcasts that we are recording this week.
So that will be like our main podcast, so we actually just release a podcast a week.
Yeah.
That will be the podcast.
Yes.
Whereas we've also released 2 extra mini waffles this week.
Exactly. So this mini waffle is going to be about Halloween at DLP and everything that is involved in Halloween at DLP.
It's Halloween, everybody. Me and Ed were in the kitchen on the weekend, and he started singing the parade song.
No, he didn't.
That was like, not the Brave Enough one. Do you know the one they sing when they go down the
fun in the fall where the wind starts to whistle?
We were waiting for the kettle to boil, and he was like, it's fun in the home, and I was like, sorry, excuse me, sorry, was that the he was like, shut up.
I don't mind, he only saw it once.
Yeah, I know. But I sung it a lot.
Oh, well, this is true.
And then on our way out on the last day, we caught the end of it. And I was like, it's so fun. And it's like, okay, radio.
Parades are the best.
That parade is just so great. Anyway, so we're here to talk about Halloween and DLP in 2019.
Yeah, and everything that you need to know, everything that we recommend, if there's anything that we don't recommend, and everything else in between. So we've written ourselves some prompts just so we hopefully don't forget anything.
Yeah, so I guess the best place to start is where we just talked about 2 seconds ago, and that's the Halloween parade.
Yes! The Vive la Vie parade, or cavalcade, to be given.
Is that
correct.
What it's called?
Yeah.
Wow, never even knew. I was just like, Halloween!
No, but it's called Vive la Vie because that's where that's the lyric. Vive la Vie.
Oh.
Be Halloween. I don't know if that's what Happy Halloween is in French. Probably not. That's probably too much forethought for DLP.
You know what? I'm actually not even going to check because who cares?
But anyways, so we had the parade. What time did the parade start at, Kate?
Oh no, 10 past something.
10 past 12
and 10 to 2.
Which I kept getting wrong because that was the only time that we saw it. We always saw the 10 to 2
Yeah,
one.
we always saw the 10 to 2 one. You were like 10 past 2. I was like, no, 10 to 2. 10 past 2 is too late.
So the one that we think is at 10 past 12 goes from Fantasyland up to Main Street.
Like the regular parade route.
Yeah, and then the one at 10 to 2 goes from Main Street down to Fantasyland. However, Stars on Parade went backwards one of the days.
Did it?
It went from Fantasyland back down. I don't know how, I don't know why, but E26 posted about it and I've just remembered. And for some reason...
You mean it went from Main Street to Fantasyland?
Yes.
Not Fantasyland to Main Street?
Yes.
Wow, that's mad.
Yeah, backwards.
I wonder why.
Madness. Who knows? But we'll talk more about the parade in our full episode.
I would have been so out of whack.
Imagine.
I'd be like, what's going on? Are we in the upside down?
Oh, where's 11? So I had seen the parade last year. I loved the parade last year. The only thing different about the parade is they've changed the lyrics slightly.
Yes, they have.
But that's the only kind of major difference.
To include the Are You Brave Enough?
Yes.
Theming.
Totally threw me off though, because I was like bopping away singing along to the lyrics from last year, and then I was like, oh, this is not the same song.
Brave, what? I really liked they changed the Tiny Little Blue lyrics.
Yeah.
Because I liked that it's a continuing theme throughout both parks.
Oh, absolutely.
Halloween. I'm like, it's like they're trying.
Look at you giving it a good old go.
Look at it, like. I love the parade.
Yeah.
Obviously, for the fact that I sung the whole time we were there.
Yes.
I first caught the end of the parade on our very first day.
Yeah.
I just caught the very, very end of it. So I caught the song as they were moving away, and I was like, this is adorable.
I got an all caps text from Kate being like, this parade is everything.
I kind of forgot about the parade, to be honest. I like completely forgot like the song, and because I'd only ever watched it in YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Because obviously I didn't see it last year, and I'd completely forgotten how catchy the song was and how cute it was.
Yeah.
And in person, it's just so much more as well. But I really enjoyed it. We watched it twice, and both times we stayed at the same stage to watch the skeletons and
our little skelebays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bless them. They're just so much fun.
Yeah.
They're the best ones to watch, I think.
So we can only advise for this particular one because I think they're on opposite stages for the 10 past 12
That's
one.
what I was thinking as well.
So if for the 10 to 2 parade, if you have your back to the castle, so if you have your back to Cinderella Castle, you're looking up Main Street towards the Disneyland Hotel. Did I say Cinderella?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. It's like when you say queue line. What's happening? When you have your back to Sleeping Beauty's castle and you're looking up to Main Street, you have your 2 stages which are closer to the castle. I don't care for the characters that are on those, so I wouldn't personally go to those stages, but Clarabelle kills it.
Yeah, she does.
So we'll leave her there. And then as you're looking at Main Street, to the left hand side is where Mickey Mouse and the Phantom Manor dancers are. And then to the right is where, I mean, this year they just seem to be in agreement that it is the Phantom and Melanie. So sure, why not? And the little Skelepals.
Yes.
They are on that stage. So we stuck with the Ravenswoods and the Skelepals because
they were the most fun.
Oh my God, they were great.
They loved us.
Yeah. So we were, the first day that we were there, me and Kate were obviously parked up the front, ready to go. And we were at the like corner as they go around, which seemed to be a good spot because they could have like full view of you.
Yeah, so like they could like scope you out before to figure out if they wanted to interact with you or not.
Yeah, and I had a jumper covered in bats on and my Oogie Boogie ears, so clearly they were like, this one likes Halloween. And one of them literally grabbed me by the shoulders and shook me.
Yeah, it was a time. I was like, wow, okay.
It was very intense. Because like, it's not like he just like put his hands on my shoulder. He proper grabbed me and shook me.
Yeah.
I was like, hello. So yeah, that was the time. And then the second day we were both wearing our skeleton jumpers. Well, sorry, we were both wearing my skeleton jumpers.
I was like, I do not own them.
And they were like, skeleton friends. And I think every one of them must have like gestured or said something to us. One of them proper screamed in your face.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay. And then on the way out he was like, skeleton. Which was my favourite. I thought it was very funny.
Yeah. The parade is just fab.
The parade is great. Also, Minnie had a different dress this year.
She did. It was beautiful.
It was so sparkly.
It was such a nice colour as well.
Yeah, I think because I didn't realise she had a new dress until we got home and people were putting comparisons on Instagram and you can really see how much the dress this year pops.
Yeah.
It's definitely much brighter pigment in her fabric.
Yeah.
Last year was very muted tones. They were very like autumnal, more brownish orange than bright orange.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It was great. She killed it. Everything about that parade is fantastic.
Yeah. If you want to really see how much Minnie's dress popped, go onto our Instagram at Mickey Waffles Pod. I've just posted a photo on Tuesday of Minnie with the castle behind her, and she looks fab.
Yeah, I loved it. She looked great. I was going to say Tweedledum and Tweedledee. That's not what they're called. Huey, Dewey and Louie.
Yes. They were bloody living their best lives.
They were hilarious, and they were like scaring each other and like pretending to fall over and be like shocked. And
that
was hilarious. And Scrooge was on one of the floats as well. And
I loved his little like autumnal jacket.
Yeah, that was so cute. Who else was there? There was Mickey and Minnie and
Clarice on her little swing.
Oh yeah, with Chip and Dale.
So cute.
Oh, so cute. And they were like, we're gonna swing you now. And she was like, here we go.
The whole parade is just, it's so infectious, and it takes over the entire of the park because everyone is just singing, dancing. Yeah,
because they like stop just before they stop just at the end of Main Street or opposite ways, just at the like end of Fantasyland sort of.
Yeah. So
like the whole thing shuts down and everyone's just like there for it.
Do you know who's there for it more so than anybody else?
Oh, I do, yes. But tell us more.
Raphael.
Oh, bless him.
if you are a Disneyland Paris fan and you don't know who Raphael is, you need to...
He's a cast member who loves his job more than many.
He's one of the guest flow cast members, so he wears either a red fleece or a red waistcoat depending on the weather.
With the big eye on the back.
And the little red hat. But Raphael always has a pair of themed ears. Yeah. So before then, he used to always... I think it was during Pirates and Princesses, he was teaching people the Pirates and Princesses dance.
Yes, he was, yeah.
And he was doing the same during the Jungle Book Jive.
Yep.
And now he's doing it all over again for Vive la Vie.
He loves it. He's like, here we go, kids.
And if you want to find him, stand in the middle of the hub during the parade, and as soon as those floats start moving again, Raphael is teaching everybody the choreography and just doing the most.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like, it's just, it makes me so happy to see that, like, a guest flow cast member is like, I'm going to do... Because obviously it makes his day
absolutely
more enjoyable, and it's made everybody else's day more enjoyable as well.
Yeah, he's adorable. He robbed my ears for...
Yeah, you were like... He was like, oh, can I have? And you were like... Sure, we can swap. And he was like, oh, I don't know. And then he came back because he definitely wanted to. And you were like, we can. And he was like, okay.
So we swapped ears for the first part of the parade. When the floats actually stopped, I think he probably realised I shouldn't be wearing something that isn't official DLP. I was wearing my Maleficent ears from Ears Ever After. So we swapped back before the floats came.
But it was fine.
But it was cute though. Loved him. And so yeah, is that everything? Is there anything else for the parade?
I don't think so. If you are going to see the parade, I would very much recommend that you stand near the hub.
Yes.
You don't even necessarily like being in the middle of the hub and being beside a stage is great, but also I think just standing around the stages as well. Like if you have like little kids and they're not necessarily going to wait long enough to stand around the stages, even if you wait on the sides of like the circle, because like the floats stop there and there's dancers all around doing dances, so you're going to see something.
Absolutely.
I just wouldn't recommend standing on Main Street.
No,
because it's fine for when it's coming down, but everything that happens in the middle of the hub, as with a lot of the seasonal parades that DLP have started doing. A lot of the stuff happens on the stages. So I did see a lot of people think, oh, it's a parade, queue on Main Street, and then they ended up stopping the hub, and then like everyone has to like ends up shuffling forward, and then you end up with a not so great view. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I wouldn't recommend watching it from Main Street. I would try as much as possible watching it from somewhere within the hub area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anywhere really you'll get a good view, because they're up on the stages, you'll see everybody.
Yeah, so even if you're like in front of the castle, or if you're anywhere around the side of the circle, or even down by the Discoveryland entrance, that little hip-de dip there.
Hip-de dip?
You know what I mean?
Hip-de dip!
Any of those little areas I think is perfect.
I agree. So the next thing we have down here is characters.
Yes, so
before we get into characters, I feel like we need to address the biggest face crack of the entire season. There was no bloody Donald Duck.
There was no Donald Duck at all, ladies and gentlemen. It was a catastrophe.
We had whole outfits planned.
You weren't there the day on Saturday when the whole Halloween thing was released. Me and Sinead
I was at a wedding.
Yeah, I might, if there's some like suitable bits, I might screenshot them and put them on our stories of just us going, what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna wear now?
Because the programs had been released that obviously had all the characters in them, and Extra Magic Time had happened, and there was no Donald.
No.
Anywhere.
No. So, not anywhere. Not even Extra Magic Time. Not even regular Donald out anywhere. No Donald anywhere.
So for the...
Can you tell I'm annoyed?
Yeah. So I did actually see Donald on someone's Instagram in like a random character meet and greet spot. Yeah. Which means that during Halloween time, he's one of those like random meet and greets that will pop out. But he's not Stop it. Put him away. He's not...
Sorry, I just opened Instagram and there was a picture of Devil Donald.
Meeting a kid.
Not a DLP.
So, yeah, there's no Devil Donald this year, as we so happily thought. There's no Donald at all.
There's no Maleficent Donald either.
No.
Which is very sad.
It is very sad. I do wonder what happened.
Yeah, it seems weird because he was such a popular one last year.
Yeah. I don't know. I know they changed the stage show, which we'll talk about in a minute. But still, I thought it was very upsetting that there was no Donald at all. Has to change her outfits. I mean, I didn't. I still wore my Donald outfit because I'd already packed. But so here we are. That was one thing that we were both very disappointed that Donald had been completely wiped off the menu for all of the Halloween season.
Yeah.
I also think it's a bit ridiculous. Like, I understand that Halloween is like a full takeover, but I don't understand why you take away such a popular character.
Yeah, and they're also the other kind of character that was, at least in this capacity, didn't seem to be about was Pluto. Pluto last year was also out for Extra Magic Time, and he had like a special like Halloween collar, and like he had like a pumpkin name tag that had Pluto on it, and it seems like they had those costumes, both of which were new for last year. Why would you not have the characters utilising them?
Where did they go? Are you just not using them? I don't understand.
It was just weird. But anyways, moving on to other characters.
Yes, so I think the first Halloween-y based character that we met was Max.
Yeah.
In his little Halloween outfit. And that queue is where the French man stopped me and was excuse me. No, sorry. We were queued up for Max. And I saw a guy a couple of things behind us. He was very lovely.
He was dressed like a Tower of Terror cast member.
He had a Duffy in his hand. I was like, you're my kind of person. I was like, look at his Duffy. His Duffy's so cute. And I had my pin lanyard on. Well, I had my lanyard with my trading pins on. And I saw him look at me, but thought he was just like saying hi. And then I turned away, and then he was like, excuse me, and I knew he was talking to me. And so I turned back around, and I was like, everyone was like, what's going on? And I was like, I think he wants to trade pins, but I couldn't figure out which one. But then obviously Sinead was like, he wants your Duffy pin. And I was like, oh, of course he does. So I just took my whole lanyard off and gave it to him. And was like, pick whichever one you want. And he was like, the Duffy one. And I was like, I don't think he spoke much English, but he like pointed to the Duffy one. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, no problems. And then he reached into his bag. He had a full plastic reusable bag full of pins, and so he started pulling them out. The first one he pulled out was like a live action Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tells No Tales one. I was like, no, go again. But the next thing he pulled out was just like a simple Pluto one, and I was like, oh, we could be here all day, but I was like, no, that one's fine, I'll take that. And then we swapped, and it was so cute. And I saw him like another 6 times throughout our entire trip.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was nice. Anyway, so sorry, just a little side story there. So that was the queue for Max, and then we went up to meet Max, and we went in twos. Yes. It wasn't the best meet I've ever had.
It was very rough. Hi, hello, hug, goodbye.
Yeah, like I knew a lot about Max, and I knew a lot about a Goofy movie, and I knew a lot about his story, but I didn't have a chance to, like, I couldn't even comment on his Halloween costume, like his Halloween clothes. I didn't get a chance to comment on anything apart from hi Max, and then he didn't give me a chance to say anything and just started posing. Yeah. And I don't like it when they do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I just don't like it. I just feel like it's a waste of time almost.
Yeah, like I don't just queue up just to get a photo.
No. And especially because I think it's like when you don't want their autograph, it's kind of clear that you're looking for something else. Because kids are like, here, sign this.
Here is book, you sign book.
And like kids don't really know how to interact with characters. All they know is you're going to take this book now and you're going to sign it, and then we're going to go cheese, and then I'm going to walk away. Yeah. And then it's the character's job to make that interaction. Absolutely. But like when you're an adult and you're like, hi, and you're like open and ready to go, and they just basically shut you down. Yeah. It's a bit upsetting. Now the character handlers were lovely.
Yeah, and the photo pass was great.
Yeah, so we went in twos, and then we just waited for each other at the end. But then the character handlers were like, oh, do you want a picture with all of you? And I was like, yeah, that'd be nice, thanks. Because we didn't want to impede. We understand that like getting 10,000 photos is really impeding on a queue, and absolutely we don't want to do that to people because that's not what we're there for. Like we'll take what we can get, but we're not going to spend too long with someone.
We're not going to take the piss.
Exactly. So we went in twos because that seemed fine to us. And then the cast members were kind of like, oh, do you want a group? And that was lovely, and that was fine. Yeah. But I do think that like the actual interaction with Max wasn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Great. I thought that Max himself was I'd imagine him to be quite a flamboyant character, and it just didn't.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was an off day or whatever, but
I don't know
it wasn't
because
the best.
It was like the crack of dawn, like it was between 8:30 and 9. Yeah. So I don't know if that's why, and they were just like sort of warming up, but also from meeting characters at the very start of Extra Magic Time, I find that that's when they're like at their most hype because they're trying to like hype themselves up. Yeah. But hey ho, that was it. We didn't get a chance to meet Max again.
No.
Just because we just didn't really have time. We might try him again when we go on...
In like 3 weeks.
Yeah. So we might give it another go, and we'll definitely report back on... I might like jump in and start talking before they have a chance.
Yeah.
I might start talking as I walk over to them.
Fair enough.
Hi, hello, blah, 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 blah. So by the time I get to them, they have no choice.
Yeah. The next character we met was Jack Skellington.
Oh, yeah.
And Jack, this year, you have to reserve a space via Line Birdie.
Which go very fast.
The Jack ones didn't seem to go too fast. The rest of the Line Birdie characters do seem to be gone like that.
Yeah.
But Jack, it almost, because the 2 times that we met Jack, it almost felt like we were having to wait to get an appropriate time slot. Whereas the other ones, it was like immediately get in there. So you have to use the Line Birdie app. We used Line Birdie 2 of the days, didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. Granted, there were 6 of us. So
yeah, but even like
power of numbers.
The people who got the tickets got them fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So like we all ended up having tickets on our phone. It's not like only 2 of us could get them and the 4 of us didn't have them.
Yeah, exactly.
All 6 of us were getting tickets popping up on our phone.
Yeah.
So we didn't really have any worries with it at all. My thing that I noticed, which I tried to look around, was I know it's a very small subgroup.
Yeah.
But when we were doing Line Birdie, I was looking around us to see if anyone else was on their phone.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the time I didn't see anybody. Like, I know it's a very small subgroup of where we were stood. That was probably only between 50 and 60 people around us.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting. There was a lot of the time nobody around us trying to get Line Birdie. Just from a small observation.
Yeah. So Jack is back in his spot over beside Phantom Manor. I actually think that Line Birdie works really well for him because Jack, in particular, if kids are going up with, or if anybody, not just kids, if anybody's going up with an autograph book, Jack has quite a complicated and long signature. Like Jack Skellington is a lot of letters. And his signature is very...
Correct, it is.
But it's very, like his signature, it's not just straightforward.
It's very intrinsic.
It's very detailed. It's very angular. It's very him.
Yeah.
But it takes a while to do.
Yeah.
So, and because like previously when we've met Jack, when we all got our book signed, it was Jack and Sally. So you kind of had Sally to kind of help get things done quicker, whatever, if that makes any sense. So I think it works really well having it via Line Birdie. We waited maybe 20 minutes when we got there.
The thing is with Jack as well, he's such an entertaining character to watch.
Oh yeah.
That when you're watching him meet other people, it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's enjoyable. Like, you're not bored.
Yeah, exactly. Plus it's just me drilling over Phantom Manor the whole time.
Yeah, so. And because of where his meet is, because you're in that little like secluded thing, it's not like you're getting bashed by people who are like trying to get through somewhere. Like, it's a very secluded queue and it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So we met Jack twice. We met him on the Tuesday and we kind of, again, we did it in couples. We did 2, 2 and 2. That just kind of seemed to work best for us because sometimes, and it's something that we'll get onto in our general trip report, when you're kind of seen as a large group of adults, you tend not to be given as much time. So we kind of felt if we went in 2s, 2s and 2s, that we were able to have as much of an interaction with the character as we kind of wanted. And then we went back on the Wednesday because that was the day we done our lock, shock and barrel outfit, and Jack was great. He loved it. We said trick or treat to him and he completely got what we were doing.
Thank God. That was such a good idea to say trick or treat.
Yeah.
Because that really like...
hammered it home.
You could see his like cogs whirring in his head, and in about like 3 seconds he was like, is this lock, shock and barrel? And I was like, oh thank God.
we were worried he wouldn't cop it.
Yeah, I was like, is it too subtle?
Yeah.
But he got it. It was good.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. Jack's always a fun character to me. Like, he's very animated. It's a different kind of dynamic because it's not just your standard face character and it's not your standard fur character. It's kind of like a
half and half.
A half and half. Like, you can have a chat with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always love meeting Jack and we'll always meet Jack whenever he's available.
Yeah, it's always really good because he's like, he talks in the negative.
Yes.
So he's like, have a terrible day and it was awful to meet you and all this sort of stuff, which is not so much jarring for Disneyland, but it's definitely different.
Yeah.
So it really like, it catches you off guard if you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
So he's like, have an awful day. And you're like, you too. And you're like, wait. And he's like, thank you.
Yeah. One thing to know about Jack, you get little treats after you meet him. Yeah,
you're supposed to get treats. Now, all the characters we met were supposed to have treats with them. We just didn't get them.
Yeah, I know. know, and we'll get on to some of the other characters, but like I know the Queen of Hearts, she did have treats, but the character handler just didn't give them to us.
No, he like almost like put them behind his back.
Yeah.
And we were really excited because it was the really nice marshmallow ones.
Yeah.
And he just like didn't offer them to us. And that time we met Max, they actually had sweets as well.
Oh, did they? I didn't notice.
But they weren't giving them out at all.
Oh, they probably don't do it until after Extra Magic time.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. But yeah, there was a good few characters that had the buckets, but the only place we were offered them was at Jack, and that's because Jack was like, before you go, please take a treat.
Yeah.
And like he offered them to you, which was adorable.
Yeah, they were the really nice marshmallows, and then the other thing was these really weird strawberry things that were gross.
I didn't like that. I gave it to Kiva. Kiva really liked them. I did not.
No.
But the marshmallow things I liked.
They were lovely.
Yeah, they were good. I might actually have a look and see if you can like buy those. Because they're definitely like a French Haribo thing. I've never seen them over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else did we meet?
We also met Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts? Queen of Hearts? No, Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
I was like, what is she called?
She was hilarious.
She was gas. It was great. Now, to be honest, I was not going to lie. I was a bit scared before we met her because her whole demeanour scares me a bit.
Oh, okay.
Because she's very strict.
Yes.
And I could see what was happening with people before, so I was like preempting what was going to happen, but she still scared the crap out of me. But it was great. She like, so it was me and Ed went up first, and like she stole Ed, and it was hilarious.
She literally stole Ed. Like she walked away with him. She walked
away with him. Ed was like so taken aback. It was hilarious, but he loved it.
It was because any guys that went up, she made them kiss her hand and bow, and any girls that went up had to curtsy and hold out their skirts whether they were wearing skirts or not. And there was like a couple before us, and she proper like gave your man a smooch and everything, and she like lifted up her little leg, and
that was hilarious. That was so funny.
Like, think like Princess Diaries leg pop, if you know what we mean. It was hilarious.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, and it was just a great meet. It was very random. I'm also glad we got it because it was just after the Are You Brave Enough show, where the characters come out for a tiny bit, and Kiva really wanted to meet Queen of Hearts, but they only come out for like 5 minutes and then they disperse again.
Yeah.
But we were walking into Fantasyland trying to figure out what to do, and I saw her behind Dumbo, and I was like, let's go. I was like, let's take the opportunity, because her queue was really short.
Yeah.
It didn't take us long to meet her at all.
She's kind of like in that awkward surround bit that's not part of Teacups but looks like it's part of Teacups.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. It's like a bypath or something. It's strange.
The only thing I will say about it, that particular area is horrific for lighting.
Yeah, I found that particular afternoon the sun was in a really weird place.
Yeah.
Because me and Ed went to go meet some other characters after that, which we'll talk about in a second. But the lighting for them was really weird. Like they had the characters positioned in a certain way that they did block off the light, and it was grand, but they had some like weird maneuvering with the parasols, and it was very obvious that everyone was aware that the light was there.
Yeah, they did not do that for the Queen of Hearts, so we kind of struggled. There's literally a photo of Kate and her where you can see the Queen of Hearts. You cannot see Kate in the slightest.
No, we will post it and we'll put a funny picture with it. We'll find a funny caption to make up with it because it's a funny picture.
Yeah.
But it is sad because like it was very difficult to communicate to the character that
it wasn't working.
But it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. Like the interaction was really what mattered, and we got some funny photos of the Queen of Hearts with Ed as well, and with Nathan and Kiva and stuff, so that was good.
Absolutely. So I mean, I think that's all I met with regards to characters.
Yeah, and then
they're like our Halloween specific ones.
Yeah, and then I know that they have more villains out in general, so after that me and Ed then popped, because I just wanted to have a look in Adventureland, Frontierland area to see if there were some more characters, because I was like really in the mood to meet characters then. So we popped down there and we met Jafar, because Ed really wanted to meet Jafar, and I was like, he's here. Let's go. And he was great. And we were like, where's Iago? And he was in the lamp, and that was grand. Because usually in that character spot you'd get like the genie, or you'd get Aladdin and Jasmine.
Yeah.
So then, because it was, you get a villain, which is great. And then also Hook was out, where Peter Pan is. So like basically anywhere where they could swap out a villain for the main character, they did. And we met Hook as well, and Hook was really good. He went way past his scheduled time. Like there was no character handler closing off the queue. And when the character came back after a break, it was past the time they said they were supposed to be finished.
Oh, okay.
And nobody was closing off the queue.
Oh, interesting.
Because Ed was like, what if we don't get to meet him? I was like, no, we're in the queue. We're in the queue. we get to meet him.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, but what if he just leaves? I was like, no, I was like, if he just leaves, I am shouting at someone. I was like, because that's not how you manage a queue.
No.
But it was weird, like no character handler was coming to close the queue, and they were the sign definitely said he was supposed to be gone. But anyway, he was a great meet. I called him codfish. He walked away and cried. It was fab time.
You're
it was so funny.
The
character handler was like, what did you do? I was like, oh, I told him Peter Pan called him a codfish, but he got really upset. And the character was like, he is just such a sentimental guy. Yes, which I thought was very funny. Yeah, so in terms of like other like slightly Halloween-y characters that like wouldn't always be out, we also met Tvarnhook.
Yeah, there are some characters that we didn't get round to meet. So Stitch, we didn't get to meet him during extra amount of time, but hopefully next time.
Queue during extra amount of time was always huge.
Yeah, that's why that needs to be like an early morning
that
one.
Needs to be like a boom in there one, because me and Ed got in there not that long after 8:30, and the queue was about half full, and I was like, that's like a 25-minute queue, I'm not queuing.
Yeah. I would also like to meet Maleficent again when we go.
Yeah.
Especially because I have my better camera now, because the photos from last time aren't the best.
And your Maleficent ears.
Yes. We did get to see Mariachi, Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah, from afar.
Yeah, they waved.
They did wave. That was fun.
I
had
a cute little interaction with them. And as for other Halloween characters,
Candy Goof. We didn't get to meet Candy Goof.
No, but maybe next time.
I would really like to next time.
Yeah.
I wonder, could I make her like a candy outfit? I don't think that'd be too difficult. I really want like a candy waistcoat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a vision.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think it's going to happen.
It's like that episode of Drag Race.
What?
When they have the like candy ball and they make like outfits out of sweets.
Yeah.
There you go.
Throw sweets on me. Yeah, I think that was all the main like Halloween-y special characters.
Yeah. So the only other character that
scared me so much.
The only other character that is listed as being out for Halloween that I didn't actually see was the Cheshire Cat, because I think he does the morning version of the Evil Queen set. So I think she's there in the afternoon, he's there in the morning. Yeah,
he was supposed to be over where Alice and Hatter sometimes meet.
Yes.
But we never saw him.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm not really into Alice in Wonderland. Like, the Queen of Hearts was fun because she's a very outgoing character.
Yeah.
And like, see, the thing is, Queen of Hearts is fun, and then Alice and Hatter are fun because Hatter's gas. Yeah. Cheshire Cat I don't really get.
No, not he wouldn't be one of my favourite characters, but yeah, that was kind of it for Halloween characters. It does feel like it's kind of missing
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel, and we were kind of talking about this earlier, so like, and we'll get on to the show, but like, there's a lot of villains in the show that I feel like could be utilised as meet and greets.
Yeah, so like in the show you've got Cruella de Vil, the Evil Queen,
the Tremaines.
Who else is there?
Gaston, Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, the other one I can't remember the name of.
Who?
The one from Hunchback.
Oh, Frollo. Well, Frollo, see, and it's weird because they have the, like, say, face character villains that are up on the stage with Ursula, and then they have, we may as well talk about the show now anyways, and then they have,
we're sort of leading into it anyway. We're kind of finished with characters. This is sort of a half and half.
And then they have 4 like non-face character villains. So there's Frollo, there's Governor Ratcliffe, there's the Queen of Hearts, and for the life of me I can't think who the 4th person is.
There was also Hook and Jafar.
Yeah. So they all come out and they're kind of at the bottom of the stage,
and that's like at the very end of the show. Yeah,
in front of the castle stage, and then afterwards they kind of have individual meet and greet little vines set up
for like literally 5 minutes.
Yeah, but they go over to the crowd and they pick the person. It's not a case of you form a queue or anything like that. It's literally they'll go up, they'll point if they want to meet you, and you meet them that way. There's no other rhyme or reason to it. But I feel like the likes of Gaston and stuff, like, he should be out.
Yeah, like, Gaston's hilarious.
Gaston was out when we were there in April. Why is he not out now?
I don't understand why he's not out. Especially, I was also double thinking, yeah. Double thinking, so I was. Both my brains were working.
Jesus.
Because Peter Pan's flight was closed when we were there, I know it was a very short period of time.
Yeah.
But, like, that whole area was sort of dead. Because normally it's an area that would file a lot of people in. Like, they could have easily had Gaston over in that corner.
They could have had the Tremaines over beside Cinderella's fountain.
Yeah. Like, there was loads. or like that area where we saw Tiana and Naveen once.
Dr. Celia.
Exactly. Like, I don't know why they weren't using those characters
Yeah,
more.
it seemed a little, and don't get me wrong, I get that the show is quite frequent.
Yeah.
It just seemed a little strange. But hey ho, it is what it is. But speaking of the show, had a brand new Castle stage show for this year called Are You Brave Enough? Keeping that theme going.
Love us. Look at that. Trying. Look at them trying.
And we had the debut of, I want to say live action Ursula. That's not the correct term, but like in non-fur character Ursula, shall we call her?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was great.
I really enjoyed the show.
So did I. I enjoyed the live singing. I think that was my favourite bit.
Absolutely. I think it's the best Castle stage show I've seen. I didn't really care for It's Good to Be Bad last year. Don't get me wrong. I love the song. And I love seeing Maleficent Donald. However, the actual show itself was just a little naff. But I really enjoyed this. I thought the way they did Flotsam and Jetsam was amazing.
I thought it was good. It was clever.
So
but did
interesting.
you know that she didn't call them Flotsam and Jetsam?
Yeah.
It was interesting. She was like, come on, boys.
Yeah. I wonder if they just have completely out their names in French.
Oh, probably. And they were like, there is no point.
Like, they might just have completely different names in all the different languages, so it could have just been easier to be like, come on, boys.
It was like really, you could tell.
Yeah.
You were like, you knew where it was supposed to be, and you could tell even like when Ursula was singing that she probably has to catch herself and not say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was good. I thought it was good. I thought the idea of Ursula was good. She was portrayed very well.
I thought the animatronic tentacles were really great.
Yeah, that was really good. It looked like she had like full control over them, if that makes any sense. I really liked it. Like, it was quite short, but I always expect the Castle stage.
Yeah,
I'd always expect the Castle stage show to be short. I also never expect it to be something amazing. Because it's in quite a small area.
It's on a small stage.
Yeah,
it's a short show. It's ran however many times a day. Like,
there was some nice little waterworks in the background. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Apparently, loads of people didn't.
Yeah, so the lovely Andrea sent us a...
Miss him so much. You should be a guest on the podcast.
We love you, Andrea. So we posted today what were specifics that people wanted to know, and one of the things Andrea brought to our attention is that seemingly they are completely redoing the It's Good to Be Bad show. So seemingly it has had some rather negative feedback. And I think I saw this on E26, so they're reworking the show to hopefully improve guest feelings about it. I don't really know what they're gonna do, especially because the show is only running for another 3 weeks. So I don't know whether they're planning to just rework it for next year or whether they're just going to tweak certain bits.
Yeah, but I don't understand.
I don't get what people don't like about it.
Have you seen anyone talk about it?
No.
Neither have I.
No. And like, I don't know, it's nice to see that Disneyland Paris is taking guest feedback so on board.
Yeah.
Because it's like when they reopened Phantom Manor and they had changed the song at the ballroom scene and guests didn't like it. They wanted it to be the original song, that kind of thing, and they changed it back. I like that DLP is taking guest feedback on board. But I mean, I don't know. I actually really enjoyed the show. It was the first time where I've walked away from a Castle stage show and been like, yes, I enjoyed that.
Like, I remember seeing videos of the Princess Waltz that everyone is so excited for it to come back, and that's shite.
I don't get it. I do not get it.
Like, I didn't like that one at all.
Me neither.
And people are like so excited for it to come back.
Well, either way, it'll be interesting to kind of see. No doubt ED92 will keep us posted as to what/if they change anything.
As
but
they love to.
Just a total off topic. Did you find yourself like consistently looking around at shows and stuff and being like, are you ED92?
Yeah. I was like, hi, hello, well, hi.
There were so many times where I saw myself with people with like real fancy looking cameras or that like seemed to know all the cast members and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, are you ED92?
Yeah, there was some lad with like a massive setup and you were like, do you think that's ED92? And I was like, no, because they definitely have like I just think they use their phone.
I don't think they just use their phone. I think they have a because like there's some of the pictures that they take in the park. There's no way that it's just done off a camera.
Do you think?
There's no way that's just done off a phone. No way.
Anyway, the guy who had the massive rig set up.
That probably was not. No, that was probably not him. But
He had a tripod and all.
It was probably not him, but still.
But yeah, I get where you're coming from.
So yeah, that's everything with the show. We both really enjoyed it. What would you give it out of 10? Oh, sorry, we didn't rate the parade. What would you rate the parade out of 10?
9.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably give it the same. I really enjoy it. It's got great rewatchability.
Yeah, I think the only thing it's missing is like maybe. See, the only thing I'm like is like more characters, because I'm like always add more characters. Oh, I forgot about the Winnie the Pooh was on it. There was Winnie the Pooh and Rabbit. No, it was Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Tigger,
Eeyore. Rabbit is there.
Is he as well?
Yeah.
Oh, grand. There you go.
There you go.
So cute. I highly enjoyed that. Oh no, do you know where my 1 point would be? I want the Winnie the Pooh characters to be dressed up in their Halloween costumes. Why aren't they dressed up in Halloween costumes? Everybody else has something going on, and they're like naked selves.
Oh, Jesus! I wholeheartedly agree. Fully. Ooh, I would also give it a 9. I completely agree.
Excellent.
What would you give the show out of 10?
6.
I'd give it a solid 7.
I was thinking 7,
but just went with 6.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I think the live singing is it's impeccable.
I think I went for
fab.
I think I went for 6 because I wouldn't automatically go back to watch it again.
Yeah.
But if I was like, oh, the parade's on, let's go watch the parade.
Oh, heck yeah.
But if the show was on, I wouldn't be like, oh, let's go watch the show. I'd be like, oh, the show's on.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. I liked how they portrayed Ursula. They didn't fuck her about.
No, she was good.
She was great.
The makeup was good. The costume was good.
The whole rig up, amazing.
Happy out.
Loved it. What do you want to go on to next? Food and drinks?
Yes, I think so.
Cool. So, I mean, I think if I was to count 3, we both have a favourite Halloween thing from the whole setup.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Pumpkin mousse.
Lads.
It was so good.
Oh.
It had no right to be that good.
And do you know what the best thing?
It's gluten-free.
It's also gluten-free. It's sensational. So you get the pumpkin dessert, because I've seen loads of people asking. You can get it in Cafe Hyperion in Disneyland Park, and then you can also get it in that restaurant that I never know the name of that's on the right hand side as you're walking through Studio 1. You can also get it there.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
Wow.
Get it. It does come as part of the like Halloweeny meal with the green burger,
which I liked.
You did. Breffney also enjoyed it. He did not take all the accoutrement off it.
Oh, I did. I was like, vegetable, ew. Relish, ew.
So yeah, it's a green bun, but it's got like bacon and pickles and stuff like that on it. You enjoyed it. Breff enjoyed it. Seems to be pretty positive all around. It doesn't look the nicest because it is a green bun, but still. But the pumpkin dessert.
It was so good. So it was a chocolate mousse with a salted caramel innard.
That looked like blood. Yeah,
which looked like blood. And the first time we tried it, I thought it actually tasted more like fruit than salted caramel.
Oh no!
But then the second time we had it, because obviously we went back, and you could totally taste the caramel. I think it was because then I'd read that it was caramel. It was great. I honestly I can't even handle it. It's all over our story highlights from when we were there. It's beautiful. When we went back to ask, we did just double check because we were with Nathan, who is celiac. We did ask if it was gluten free, and it is. The only like common allergens that it has is dairy and soya. So if you suffer from any other allergens that's not dairy and soya, you can get it. It's so nice. You cannot. So I went up and I was like, hey, can I get the Halloween menu, but can I swap the green burger out for a vegetarian burger? Straight up just said no. Yeah, she was like, no.
Wasn't even an option.
No.
She was just like, no. So I ended up having to get a vegetarian meal and then add that on as separate. So it's $5.99 it's $4.99 by itself. Totally worth it.
I think it's very worth it.
Oh.
If you got like a chocolate mousse in a restaurant, it would be $4.99 or $5.99.
Do yourselves a favour and go get it, because oh my god, it's delicious.
It was so we're going to get it again when we go back.
I want at least 2.
They're so
super. Cannot put into words.
Anyway, some other food we had.
Yes.
You got the pack of 3 cake things.
Yes. So they brought out these 3 cake pops that are like Phantom Manor themed. I'm just going to pull up a picture of them so I can describe what they look like. I took a very nice picture with Phantom Manor in the background. So again, go check out our Instagram. I feel like we really upped our Instagram game on this trip. It was very nice. So there's 3 little headstones. One of them has a little spider web and says R.I.P. Another one has a spider on it, and then the last one has a skull and crossbones. The chocolate was like thick with like 3 C's, and they were really, really cold when we first got them out. But they're probably like,
they were big enough.
They're pretty big. They were kind of like half an iPhone size. Is probably the best way I can kind of describe it.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
On the little sticks. Be wary of the chocolate. Kiva, God bless her, tried to take a bite of hers, and the entire slab of chocolate just fell on the ground.
Beware, be very wary.
So just be careful of that. But the cake itself is really nice. It was very
like coconut.
Yeah, it was coconutty. It wasn't dry. I won't say the other word because a lot of people get really triggered by that word.
It was so moist.
Okay, no. I tried. I'm sorry.
It was though, but that's it, because it was almost like cake with like desiccated coconut in it. Like it was great.
It was kind of like a coconut madeleine,
but nicer.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah,
and the chocolate was nice as well.
You were kind enough to give me the last one that you had after we had dinner, and so I had it when it had been like in Sinead's backpack for a while, so it was like
room temp.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was warm, but it wasn't like warm. It was like room temperature, and the chocolate wasn't freezing anymore. It was delightful. It was so good.
They were super nice. I think it's $4.29 or some ridiculous Disneyland Paris price. I think it's $4.29 for all 3, and they come in like a little plastic bag.
I think that's totally worth it.
Oh yeah,
that's like less than £2 each.
Yeah,
which is great.
They're so nice. Another thing that me and Breffney got was the Maleficent hot chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Which
was it good?
Oh my god. Now they seem to do the Maleficent hot chocolate everywhere seem to have it, but the place that we got it was March Hare Refreshments over by Alice's Curious Labyrinth. And honestly, we didn't get it there. We got it from the Old Mill. I'm totally wrong. When I read that it was blueberry, I was like, okay. I don't love blueberries. I will eat them, but they're not my favourite fruit by any means. And I was kind of like, blueberry and hot chocolate. I don't know how fun with this. But Breffney wanted to get hot chocolate, and I was like, we may as well get the Halloweeny one. I can eat the horns, it'll be fine. So it's a blueberry syrup mixed in with the hot chocolate. You get cream on top. They put these like blueberry dust on top, and then little chocolate Maleficent horns. Again, there's a picture in our Instagram stories. Go have a look. It's so nice. The best way I can describe it is it tastes like soft serve ice cream from an ice cream van with the red syrup on it. That is the best way, with like the slightest little. So it would be like if you took your soft serve ice cream out of the ice cream van with the syrup and ate it off the flake.
Oh,
that is the best way I can describe it.
That sounds delicious.
It's so freaking good. And we got it on a day where it was boiling hot, so there was no need to have anything warm.
Yeah,
but we did. And down by the Old Mill is also where you can get your Mickey waffles as well. So we got a Mickey waffle, we got a hot chocolate. We had a glorious time.
Excellent.
So we're definitely going to get one of those when we go back. The main thing that we're 1000% getting when we go back are the donuts. Yeah,
you actually tried more, on reflection, you actually tried more Halloweeny things than I did, mostly because every time you were having Halloween food, I was on terror.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is fine. Like, we're going back in like 3 weeks, and I'm definitely gonna try more things.
Yeah.
It was more so as well, like, I enjoyed like scoping out what they had, because obviously we read everything out on the podcast, but
yeah,
it's good to be able to like see it in person as well. So now I have like a better idea of like stuff that I'd happily get again.
The queues for a lot of it was also really, really long.
Yeah.
So I'll get back to talking about the donuts, but I know, for instance, Kiva wanted to get the Ursula donut, and every time she went up to somewhere to get it, they were sold out. So, and I didn't bother getting the Maleficent Magic Mirror one because lads, pick a villain.
Yeah.
Like, either it's the Magic Mirror for the Evil Queen or it's Maleficent. Don't have both. But I feel like I already had that when I had the Groot cookies.
Yeah,
so I was
think it's the same thing. Yeah,
I could do without that. So with the donuts, again, these I definitely did get from March Hare Refreshments, and they make them fresh to order. I think these are also $4.29, and you get, I think it's at least 5, maybe 6 of them in it, and they're kind of like egg sized.
Okay,
like standard egg sized,
big enough,
substantial. And the best way I can describe it, and this is a very Irish way of being able to describe it, but it's like if you went into Super Quinn back in the day,
okay,
and you got a really fresh jam donut,
okay,
but the jam is on the outside.
Wow.
Because they pour the jam on after.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, and they give you, it comes in the like little Halloweeny cone, and they give you a little stick. Honestly, like I had one and I was like, holy shit. Like they are
Fresh donuts are always fantastic.
like it's so good, and I think it's really good value because like they're substantial.
Yeah, did you think it was good? Yeah.
Oh, so good. And I'm again 100% getting those when we go back because they're just fucking beautiful. So nice. I think that was all the Halloween stuff I had.
Yeah, we actually had more themed based stuff than we did on our last trip, which was the Marvel time.
Yes.
But I think we're definitely going to have more theme-based food again when we go back. I definitely have my eye on a couple of more things.
Yeah.
A lot of things I'd say we're going to get again as well. Like I really want to get those cake things again.
Yes.
Because they were delicious. I might get them and then save them for the evening if they come straight out of a fridge.
Yeah.
I also want the donuts. I'd also like to try the Maleficent donut if they have it. And there's something savoury I wanted to try, but now I can't remember. We might possibly have a look at, depending on how things go, the Halloween option in the Lucky Nugget.
Yeah.
Because there was a Halloween meal there as well that came with like this Maleficent ice cream thing, or in like an Ursula ice cream thing.
The only thing that, because last year they had this like eyeball dessert.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
tasted like a popcorn mousse is the only way I can describe it. The only thing that put me off the Maleficent thing, or the Ursula, whoever it's supposed to be,
I can't remember who it is
the ice cream when we were there the last time was a really weird texture.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was almost kind of like paint.
Oh,
it didn't taste like paint.
No, it
don't get me
tasted
wrong,
like ice cream.
But it was like, it looked like and kind of felt like the consistency of paint.
Yeah.
Like it was
like a weird soft serve.
Yeah, it was very strange. That was all the Halloween food we had, but we did have Halloween drinks.
We did have Halloween drinks. We really went for it.
We did.
So we got can you remember the name of them?
One of them was called Witch's Blood. That was the one that I liked.
And then I liked the other one.
I think it was Venom something.
Yeah, so basically there was a purple one and a green one. Or was it blue?
Black one.
Was it
and
black?
a green one.
Ah, there we go. So it was a black one and a green one. Exactly like us. So I had the green one, which was quite sweet.
Yeah.
Also, we got these in the bar of our hotel.
Yes, we didn't actually get them in Disneyland. We didn't have anything in Cafe Fantasia.
No, not this time. I think it was because there were so many of us.
How upsetting.
It just never happened. But before, I think Sinead's just trying to look for the names of them. But before we discussed that, when Ed went up to order our drinks, so he got the Witch's Brew one, and I was like, oh, can I have the other one? And when he went up, the barman said, do you want the spider decoration on the top? Because I really wanted it, and I was like, no, it's fine. And he was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, because the Witch's Blood one comes with like, I actually can't see what's in them. The Witch's Blood one comes with like this licorice witch's hat, which is held onto a toothpick by blueberries and a little tiny pine cone, it looks like.
That was rank.
Don't eat the licorice because Breffney, bless him, tried to, and I think they have them pre-made for a while, shall we say.
Yeah.
But the Witch's Blood cocktail, oh, so nice. It's got like vanilla vodka in it. And I honestly can't remember what else in it. I definitely remember there's vanilla vodka in it. And the thing that makes it black is activated charcoal.
Oh.
Yeah. It's so nice. They're $15.50 in Sequoia Lodge. They are still €20 in Disneyland Hotel.
That's mad.
Just bear that in mind.
I can't believe that. Well, I can't believe it, but that's crazy.
Yeah, ED92 posted a tweet and they were like, just bear in mind, the further away from the Disneyland Hotel you get, the cheaper it gets. So, but yeah, I mean, I tried your green one. It was very nice.
Yeah, I prefer the green one. I think it's just because it was a bit sweeter.
Yeah.
And I tend to enjoy slightly sweeter things. But the majority of the table did prefer the other one. Yeah,
I loved the black one. Oh my God, it was so good. So I certainly wouldn't be opposed to potentially getting one when we go back. Because I thought it was bloody delicious. They did also have the non-alcoholic cocktail available. It was on the same menu as those two cocktails, the Maleficent hot chocolate that you could get in the poison apple stein.
Yes.
All the other parks got a purple poison apple stein. Did we stick with the green one? Yes, we did. Yes,
my guess is it was just like overstock from last year, and they were like, will we get the purple one? And DLP were like, no,
just like we didn't get the candy corners.
If we'd have got the purple stein, I probably, like, I don't own any steins.
I would have bought it.
But if it was purple, I would have bought it.
I would have bought it.
I prefer the purple over the green.
I would have bought it because I have the green. So because then me and Breffney could have had like matching ones.
Yeah,
I would have bought the purple one, but yeah.
Here we are.
But anyway, speaking of being bitter about merch, what were your thoughts of the Disneyland Paris Halloween merch?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I was, and not so much, I definitely wasn't as annoyed as you were, but like the lack of Halloween pins was a bit bad. Like I bought very little when we were there.
Yeah.
I literally only bought a couple of pins, and they were the Winnie the Pooh Halloween pins, which I knew I wanted anyway, that if I saw them I'd buy them, because I do enjoy Winnie the Pooh characters on pins. They're very cute, but they didn't have really any of the other Halloween pins that had only just been released, and we went way before Halloween, which I thought was a bit ridiculous.
So the main thing that I wanted when we were going was I wanted the Mickey Mouse trick-or-treat bucket, which I got.
Yes, well done.
Different Mickey Mouse trick-or-treat bucket to the ones that you get in the US parks. The US parks ones light up. The Disneyland Paris one does not. But anyways,
surprise.
It was only a tenner, so it was fine. And I wanted the Chippendale Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster pins. And Kate and everybody else we were there with can attest, I went into every single store. I looked at every single pin thing that they had. Nowhere had them. No,
and I talked to a cast member that was at the pin trading cart thing, and he was like, oh yeah, no, that's well sold out.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know if you're getting more? He was like, I don't know.
Yeah, so that was really frustrating, because that was the main thing that I wanted, because I love the movie Frankenstein. I love Frankenstein's monster. Like, I have an obnoxious amount of Frankenstein's monster stuff. So I was really, really excited, but I just couldn't get it anywhere. I did manage to find a couple of Halloween pins. The only ones that I really liked were it was like a double pack of the Mickey Mouse Black Pumpkin and the Ghost. I did also I saw Donald at one point, and then I also saw Goofy and Pluto, but they weren't ones that I was kind of massively pushed on. So the only pins I did end up getting were, I actually got another one. I tell a lie. There was a brand new Phantom Banner pin.
Oh yeah, you were jazzed about that.
Yeah, so I now have my 5th Phantom Banner pin, as I realised the other day.
Wow.
It's like a little key. So it has the Phantom Manor logo at the top. It's a little key where you would have the kind of like grooves for the key, I suppose, the bit that actually unlocks the door. It's like 2 little gravestones, and then it has like a little keyhole hanging off the top of the key. So I enjoyed that, but I have to say, just very, very underwhelmed. Now, don't get me wrong, I still bought a decent amount of Halloween things, but overall it was really, like, it was just rehashes of what they had last year. Like, there was barely anything new.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't really enjoy about DLP. Like, it is getting a lot better. We've talked about this so many times, but in terms of like merch, I don't know if it's because it's in the more European sector or what, but they basically just hash out a bunch of the crap from the Disney store that we have here cheaper, because it's always more expensive in the park.
Yeah.
But their like main merch hasn't really changed.
No.
A lot. Like, I know we go more often than as normal, but even in the past few years, I've still not really seen a change.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I know I don't buy plush as much as I used to, even though I love plush. But I've sort of realised the reason I stopped buying plush and DLP is because I own all the ones I want.
You own them all.
Yeah, so like, but when I see them, I'm like, the cute ones that I want, I already have.
Yeah.
And they've not made any new ones that I'm like, oh, cute. The only cute thing I saw was the black and white Mickey and Minnie ones.
Yeah.
But even at that, I wasn't overly pushed to be like, oh, I need them.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, it's a bit naff.
And especially because, like, DLP has a lot of pass holders. That Phantom Manor event that we went to alone clearly shows that there's a lot of pass holders. So, like, it doesn't make sense that they just don't update the merch, because, like, there are going to be people that will go at Halloween every year. There's going to be pass holders that go at Halloween every year. Believe me, we talk to and follow enough of them on Instagram. We know this. So, like, if there had been new Halloween ears, which there weren't, if there had been a Halloween spirit jersey, if there had been new Halloween pins that were actually in stock, if there'd been a Halloween like any of this stuff, I I would have spent considerably more money.
Yeah, I think the only reason you didn't buy as many things as you planned to was because there wasn't anything to buy.
Exactly.
So like Disney are sort of just shooting themselves in the foot, as DLP does a lot.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting that their Halloweens are getting so much more amplified, but the merch just isn't there. Yeah, it's weird.
Like when you think about it, if DLP had the candy corn ears, the candy corn spirit jersey, and that Loungefly backpack, like they would have got €250 more out of me than they did.
But even saying like, I'm not a huge Halloween person, but if they had the spirit jersey and the ears to match, I might have like budgeted differently to be like, I'm gonna buy those.
Yeah,
because those together are so cute, and that sparkly candy corn spirit jersey is great.
It's so nice.
So if they'd have had both of those, I might have been more inclined. But like, I didn't buy any of the Halloween ears because I didn't particularly think they were worth it.
No, they're all really boring.
The only other spirit jersey they had was the Arendelle Aqua one, which obviously is not Halloweeny, but like they didn't have a Halloween one, so I couldn't even look at buying it because it wasn't there.
Yeah, it just, I don't know, the merch is just very, very underwhelming, and I'm hoping that we get a better selection of Halloween merch next year.
And I know this is the most ridiculous first world problem. Like, we're complaining that products aren't being made so we can spend our money on them.
No, absolutely. But it's like the Walt Disney Company are doing everything they can to get more money, make more merch in DLP, and you'll make more money.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, if you brought the merch that's popular over, people would buy it.
Yep. But anyways, what do you want to move on to next?
I think the only thing that's left is the overall like decor of DLP, and like I was gonna say the festoons, but that's not right. The like the theming and the decorations and everything. I enjoyed it.
Pumpkins everywhere,
ghosts everywhere. I didn't realize how many ghosts there were going to be, and they were themed so well.
They were so
there was a ghost outside the dentist's office who had a toothache. There was a ghost outside the like mechanic shop that has the Cruella de Vil car in the front, and there was like a mechanic ghost. There was a ghost playing baseball down by Casey's. It was great. I really loved it.
There's a little lady ghost sitting with a black cat on her lap, and Breffney was like, "Hey, you." I was like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah." So that was the theming in like Main Street.
Yeah,
and the little like Halloween garlands I really enjoyed.
The Halloween garlands and the lanterns and the gazebo are just my favorite thing.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I could look at that all day, every day.
And then when you go into Frontierland, it's all decorated for Coco and Dias de los Muertos.
Yeah,
which was also great.
I like the way that they do Frontierland. So if you go in the like main Frontierland entrance, it's very pumpkins, like scarecrows, sunflowers. Like it's all very, very much that, and it's lovely. And there's still a couple ghosts up on the Lucky Nugget and stuff. But as you go further into Frontierland and get down to where like Mickey and Minnie were with the mariachi, with mariachi outfits, down by Fuente del Oro, all that kind of stuff. That actually reminds me, there is another character that I met that's special for Halloween. I met Miguel.
Oh, yes. I completely forgot.
Very cute. He is kind of out sporadically at Fuente del Oro, as is the mariachi band. Both are great. Would make a point to kind of go down that direction in Frontierland, because Miguel was actually really cute. And the whole setup, because I wasn't sure how I'd feel about the setup, because obviously it's a puppet and a handler.
Yeah. Was it good?
It was very cute. There's a really funny photo that I need to show you. But yeah, so as you get further down to Fuente del Oro and that kind of thing, there is, as Kate said, all this kind of like Coco theming and Dia de los Muertos. And it's lovely during the day, but it is absolutely stunning once it gets dark.
Yeah,
because all the lights go on, and they have all these like big arches set up, kind of like a friend does, and like all of the skeletons have lights in their eyes. They're holding lanterns, and it's just all so pretty. I can't handle it. It's too pretty. I
just really enjoyed it. It took me a while to realize that, because I was like, is it just Dia de los Muertos, or is it like actually Coco themed? But it's like actually Coco themed.
Yeah, they have like this little bunting.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bit that had little Coco hugging Miguel, and it was just so cute.
It was good. I liked it. There was no decorations at all in studios.
No, not a bit.
You wouldn't know it was Halloween. Like, studios was almost like where they put all their like non-Halloweeny things. So you had like Minnie in her regular dress meeting over there and all that sort of stuff.
So yeah, like obviously I'd seen it before, and I, as Kate can attest to how we're recording right now, there's currently 6 pumpkins in the room.
Yeah.
6 decorative pumpkins. So obviously I was bloody buzzing. But how did you feel about the overall theming?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Ed was like, can I come to Disneyland when it's not themed for anything?
Rude.
I was like, yeah, you can, but this is great. He was like, oh no, it is. But I'd quite like to see it when it's just like,
just DLP.
Just DLP. And I was like, yeah, well, you're going to see it at Christmas next, so.
It's going to be very blue.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really liked it. You could take thousands of photos.
Oh, yeah.
The decorative pumpkins down the end, they were great. The little Halloween frame that you could take pictures in. Do you know what I realised? Do you know when we were down there and you were like, these are real pumpkins? We never actually went down when they were doing like the pumpkin art.
Yeah.
Which, if they're still doing it when we go at Halloween, we should definitely try and go see.
Absolutely.
Because I think you'd enjoy that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just FYI, get off the damn pumpkins.
Don't be standing on stuff.
Don't stand on anything.
Don't let your kids stand on it. Don't have your kids sitting on stuff. No.
They have an excessive amount of guest flow cast members down there to literally shout at people to get off the pumpkins.
Yeah.
Which I think is, like, the fact that they have to do that is ridiculous. Like, don't jump on stuff. Don't ruin things. Everything is very brightly painted. Everything is very detailed. Get off.
Yeah. There's one thing we missed.
That's not on the list, or the one thing that's left on the list?
The one thing that's left on the list.
The fireworks.
Yes. So we were given, E26 kind of hinted about this
they were
just
like,
before. They're like, So just before, kind of like when you get the like 5-minute announcement for Illuminations, you get this Are You Brave Enough Villains Castle show, which is very nice. It plays the Are You Brave Enough song.
Are you brave enough?
So good.
To go out at night.
I've filtered under this. Yeah, so you get the different villains popping up on the castle. There's fire, there's water effects. I think there might be 1 or 2 fireworks. It's very minimal in the fireworks department. But it's just a nice little pre-show. We really enjoyed. They've started doing this a bit more. There was the pre-show during Earth Month, which we saw, which was lovely.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoyed this one. It's nice that they're kind of theming it to it being the season. I wonder if they're going to do a pre-show for Christmas.
Oh, one can only dream. They've never done a pre-show for Christmas before. But, you know.
I mean, they've done that, like, thing. Do you remember we happened upon it once where it's literally just, like, the castle has an absolute conniption and all the lights go on and off?
Oh, my God, I remember that. Yeah, that was weird. I was like, at the castle, it's so happy. My favourite thing at Christmas is, like, the wind, the storms, the snowstorms that happen on Main Street. Oh, my God, thinking about that makes me so happy. Anyway. So, yeah, it was fun. It was nice. If you didn't know what was going to happen, you'd miss it. Because it was like, Disney's Illuminations will begin in a few moments, and then literally 2 seconds.
They don't announce it.
And then literally 2 seconds later, it was like, villains!
But yeah, overall, I thoroughly enjoy the Halloween season. What do you think is one thing that people... Well, sorry, no. I'll say what are 2 things, because I know what your one thing is going to be. What do you think is 2 things that people should not miss from the Halloween season?
The 2 things that people should not miss are the parade and the pumpkin mousse.
I totally agree. My 2, I would say, is go into Frontierland at night and have a look at all the decorations because they're just bloody beautiful. And go meet Jack.
Oh, good. I'm glad that they were different.
I purposely picked. But yeah, go meet Jack.
We both agree with each other.
You shouldn't be going and visiting a Disney park without visiting the King of Halloween Town. So go sort yourself out. Get online, Birdie, at 9:45. Go meet Mr. Skellington. He's fab.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's everything from Halloween. We'll be, without a doubt, doing another mini waffle about the actual Halloween party and how that goes.
What a time. And then, obviously, we'll do probably like a mini trip report when we come back from that trip.
Yeah. Because
it'll just be a lot of the same. But if there's anything different that we did, or if anything happened differently, because everyone's trip can be different for different reasons. So even if you hear our trip reports... And then, like, if you're still here and you've listened to the past, however long we've been chatting, take anything anyone says from a trip report with a grain of salt or pinch of salt, because everyone's trip can be different for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, cast dependent, time of year dependent, personally dependent. It really depends. So take everything as a guide, but don't 100% bank on everything that you hear from us, from anyone.
Yeah, it's not gospel. Like, as I said, we really enjoyed the show, but other people didn't like it. So
each their own.
It is very personal. But overall, what would you give the Halloween season out of 10?
7. I think the biggest letdown for me was the lack of merch.
Okay.
Because I was never going to give it a 10. And then I think it gets knocked down another 2 for not having good merch.
Oh.
And then also because, like, the lack of good characters.
Okay.
So it really rounds. It's also, like, I knew yours was going to be higher in A because you enjoy Halloween more anyway. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to stick at, like, a solid 7.
Okay.
Everything that was good, but I really do think it's still missing quite a lot.
I feel like I should kick you out of my house.
Why? Because I have an opinion.
Rude. I'm going to give it a 9. I love Halloween. Halloween is my favourite time of year, so obviously getting to see all the pumpkins and everything like that has me bloody buzzing anyways. I'm taking it out of marks. Last year's I probably would have given an 8 or maybe an 8.5. I think they've really stepped up the food. I think the food is really really top notch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they need to sort the merch out because...
Sort your merch out.
Let me buy stuff.
Yeah, like, let's spend money.
Just let me buy cute Halloween things, for the love of God.
We've been through this so many times, DLP.
One thing that got released when we were there that it's not necessarily, I suppose, specifically for the Halloween season, but DLP have got a Madame Leota Pandora charm.
Oh, it's very pretty.
It's so nice. It, from the front, looks the exact same as the Madame Leota charm that was released for the 50th anniversary of the Haunted Mansion, and I assumed that it was probably going to be the same one, and that they just shipped some of them over to Paris because it wouldn't be it's called Space Spade. But actually it does say Phantom Manor on the back. It's €75,
but Pandora's expensive anyway.
but it's €75.
But it's pretty.
It is very pretty. I'm probably going to buy it when we go back.
The blue is real nice.
Yeah. I haven't bought a Pandora charm in a very long time, and my Pandora bracelet kind of has, like, I have 3 charms anyways, but I have a pumpkin, I have Figaro, and I have Mickey and Minnie in a car.
Well...
and Madame Leota will be joining them when we go back, so long as she's still in stock. So, yeah. Everybody send positive thoughts that I can get my Madame Leota charm.
I think you will. They seem to have it in a lot of places.
Yeah. But more so, everybody send all your positive all your positive thoughts that we can hopefully meet Oogie Boogie on Halloween.
Yeah.
Please. All the positive vibes.
Yeah, I mean, you'll hear from us before we go again.
Oh,
but
yes.
Let's start them posy vibes now.
Yes, just chuck them along. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think that's everything for Halloween. If there's anything that you want to know, if you're going soon and we've not covered it, DM us and let us know. We're always more than willing to talk about Halloween in it. Well, I'm always more than willing to talk about Halloween. We're always willing to help and kind of give any advice about Disney trips about we can.
Yeah, because there might be something small that we didn't mention because we didn't think it was significant. But if it's something that you were wondering if we noticed or whatever, just give us a buzz and we'll probably DM you.
Exactly. So check us out on Instagram at Mickey Waffles Pod. Our trip report episode will be following after this, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And as Kate said at the top of the show, if you've not checked out our Terror mini waffle, do go check it out.
Terror.
So yeah, I think that's everything for this. So thanks very much for listening, guys.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.